I basically love everything Judd Apatow does. Trainwreck is one of my all-time favorite movies. I also really enjoy Pete Davidson on SNL, so of course, as soon as I could, I attended the home premiere of The King of Staten Island. Welcome to another movie reviews video. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week, and I make either movie reviews or book to movie content here at the weekend. Everything is always spoiler free, and I will leave my movie reviews playlist as well as a couple of my most recent movie reviews linked up above if you are looking for something to download or watch with family or watch across the internet in the next couple of weeks. If you're looking for some ideas, yes, I did attend the home premiere of The King of Staten Island, which is the latest offering from Judd Apatow since Trainwreck. There's been 5 years since that movie. I feel like I've watched Trainwreck that much. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it's like Judd Apatow goes, oh yeah, let's take an established comedian like Amy Schumer, or in this case like Bill Burr, and let's take someone who's from SNL like Bill Hader in that case, and in this case Pete Davidson. Let's put them together in a movie. It's gonna be magical, and I really do think it's magical. This one I had high expectations for. If this one had been coming out at the movie theatre, I think it would have been one of those ones that I went to see as a Thursday premiere. I was that excited about watching this one, and it kind of didn't let me down. It had all the feelings I thought it would have. If you are familiar with Judd Apatow's Knocked Up, you will know that there's often quite a lot of drug taking in his films, and this one is no exception. So it definitely comes with a care warning for drugs, and if you're not a fan of colourful language, then probably there's quite a lot of language in this one. However, it clocks in at just over 2 hours, and there's not a ton of dialogue in those 2 hours, and so the swearing and the what might be classed as offensive language, not for me, but is kind of diluted because it doesn't come up that often. So, you know, if you know anything about Pete Davidson, you'll know he kind of like speaks his mind, and I feel like his character in this film, he does speak his mind. So he plays the son of a guy who was a firefighter and died, and he's now living with his mom and his sister, and Pete Davidson in real life, his dad was a firefighter and he died, and he lives with his mom and his sister. So it's kind of a little bit autobiographical, but obviously they've changed names and changed storyline and then ramped it up to make it film sexy. So yeah, Pete Davidson plays Scott, who's named after his dad, Scott Davidson, and Marissa Tomei plays his mother. I really think Marissa Tomei is incredibly underrated. I love her in everything she's in, and she can be incredibly funny and incredibly sensitive, and I think she's kind of been a bit sort of typecast as like the love interest, especially when it's like a kind of, sometimes you get guys who cheat on their wives or guys who have a rebound from with Marissa Tomei, and I don't like the fact that she's typecast, because I do think she is more versatile than people give her credit for. And then we have Bill Burr, who plays a firefighter who then starts dating Marissa Tomei and kind of takes Scott, Pete Davidson's character, under his wing a little bit. He's a firefighter. We also have Steve Buscemi in this film, who is also a firefighter, who is also, I believe he's also from Staten Island as well as Pete Davidson, but he was a volunteer firefighter and went down to 9/11, so he's kind of linked in with all that as well. And yeah, you might recognize one of Judd Apatow's daughters who was in Knocked Up and This Is 40. She is in this playing Pete Davidson's sister, so that's quite cool to kind of catch up with her. But I would call this a kind of dark comedy, a bit of a coming of age and a bit of a sort of family drama. I like the fact that it kind of shows how grief can affect people differently. It also has kind of Pete Davidson's like tone of comedy in there. He quite famously doesn't do a lot of the sketch comedy in SNL, and he comes onto Weekend Update as himself and gives his opinion on stuff, and so that style of his style of comedy is in there a lot, and I feel like he is just playing himself but like amplified, and he wrote this with Judd Apatow, so his voice is very strong throughout the movie. We've got a bit of romance in there, a bit of comedy in there, a little bit of sadness in there, a bit of moments when Scott has to make some choices, and you know, you kind of rooting for him to make the right choice. Doesn't always happen, but if you like that kind of film that's kind of just following along his story, following along his family drama, following along how he's trying or wanting to be seen to be trying to get his life back on track after losing his dad. Now his sister's going off to college and she's starting her life over, then I think this one will be for you. As I say, care warning for some drugs, some language, and obviously some grief in there as well, which, you know, a lot of you might be going through, so just execute some care and caution when deciding whether to watch this movie. But if we're going back to the way I normally kind of sum things up, would I suggest using your cinema going money to go and see this film this week? Yes, I would recommend it. Would I suggest paying the money to do the at-home download and watching this with somebody at home, either in the same room or across the internet right now? Yes, I think it will give you some good things to chat about. It's definitely, without again giving any spoilers, it's definitely a feel good, even though it doesn't always seem like it's gonna pan out to be a feel good. There's some real feel good, a real family in there, and I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again, and I would have used one of my cinema credits to go and see this, and I would recommend you doing the same. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed so that my bookish content in the week lands in your subscription feed, or my movie reviews here next weekend land with you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, if there is a particular movie you want to hear my thoughts on, you want to hear me review next week or the week after, I'm working on a couple of things that I've had requests for right now. A couple of things are in the works, they are coming. Let me know in the comments if there's something you would like me to review. Yes, I will be back with another video soon, so I will see you then. Thanks for watching.